Check the audios. Audio. Episode number 12.
Yep, I do.
They were right here. Alrighty. Just checking the audios in. YouTube is good. Facebook. Hit the go live. You are now live on Facebook. Got Nate blowing his nose. Perfect.
Yep.
So, we are on episode number 20 of the Whitetails and Whiskey Podcast. You've been with me since episode 3. So, we've done well over a dozen of these together.
Yep.
So, and tonight we are giving away the Infinity Bottle.
The Infinity Bottle's topped off.
Yep. Me and Nate are going to do a taste out of it with where it's currently sitting, and then the one that's going in tonight is the McKenna 10-year single barrel bottled in bond was Nate's pick tonight. We flipped a coin for it, and that was the one that we ended up going with tonight. That'll be the last addition to the Infinity Bottle. Nice ounce going in out of the McKenna to fill it up the neck, and we'll be good tonight for one lucky winner. So we're doing it a little different for the giveaway. I figured out we couldn't figure out who our subscribers were because of privacy settings.
Yeah, our original.
Yep, the original idea.
The original idea didn't go through.
Yep. So all you got to do to enter tonight is comment on the video, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, and then, if you're on the Bullhorn app, you can comment in over there.
We don't get too much on the Bullhorn.
Nope, not a whole lot. But all you got to do is comment in on any of the streaming platforms that we're on. We're going to try to keep up with a rough list of names for tonight, and then we'll do the random number generator in about an hour.
Yeah.
And so keep the comments coming in. Let us know what you think of the show. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. I know we got a couple things we were thinking about talking about tonight. But let's see. Mike Vienna, first entry.
What's up, Mike?
Mike wants that Infinity Bottle. He was
That
right on there.
That would look good on his. That would look good in his little stash in his barn.
Yep. So Mike Vienna, entry number 1 for the Infinity Bottle.
You got Plap on there.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be on there. He's gonna tune in on the YouTube, or he's gonna text me and be like, "Are you guys live yet?"
Yeah. He struggles with the YouTube stuff sometimes.
That's all right. So I think while we're waiting for a few more people to tune in and stuff like that, why don't we try the Infinity? See what we got. I mean, we got 19 different whiskeys in here right now, and the McKenna will be the 20th.
Fruity.
Real fruity.
Bird dogs in there.
I think we got, 2 bird dogs. We got bird dog apple and bird dog blackberry in there. Yeah, that's the only real flavored ones.
Definitely nothing quite like it.
No.
It's good, though. It's actually smooth.
Yeah, so.
Almost anticipated it being a little harsher than that.
No, that's
really smooth.
It's like caramel. There's a lot of caramel to it.
It's got a very sweet end to the end of it.
Yeah, and there's just a little sharp in the beginning, and then she's mellow. I mean, you could give that to anybody, new or old bourbon drinker, and
that actually a lot better than I expected.
Well, it was better than what we tried at week 6 or 7 or something.
They had to work together or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So
you shake it up or something?
Yeah, I kept shaking it up every time I added one and all that good stuff. So, yeah. So, a couple more people coming in. My wife says, "Good job, guys." Shanna Jo Hilton, who was our score giveaway.
Yeah, she won the
hoodie.
The hoodie.
Yeah.
Which buck was it that she won?
Won the first one. Would have been. Was it your bow buck?
No, I think it was your dad's. Wasn't your dad's the first one?
We did my dad's and mine, yeah. So it would have been my dad's.
Double wide.
No, double wide, yes.
She got the old Tin Cup one.
Yep. Well, no, the black ones came in time.
Oh,
so
okay.
she ended up taking the podcast one.
Oh, good.
Yep. So, But yeah, no, the Infinity's like super caramel. I mean, like almost like a like a flavored caramel, but not too much.
No,
it's just a good balance of flow
mix.
of all different stuff, and that's what the Infinity does. But yeah, make sure we get everybody in. So Shanna, Joe, Mike, Hannah, Chris.
How you doing, Chris?
He said he wants in on the Infinity bottle.
He's got some interest. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's definitely good. I'm gonna have to mix up another one, just so we got one for us.
There you go.
As well. So David commenting in says, "Hey Ben, thanks for all the time you spent evaluating my little 42-acre property on Monday. Anxious to start your habitat improvements ideas this weekend." Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice little property over there, a little bit east of here. That was what I did on Monday. So.
Yep, you were talking about that one.
Yep. No, it was great property, and I'm looking forward to watching the plan come together with it on Dave's piece. So, and Dave, since you commented in, you get an entry on the Infinity bottle. So who knows? I might be back out to see you with a bottle.
Yeah.
Which he was nice enough to give me a bottle. At Knob Creek single barrel store pick.
Was Dave the one that met you at the store?
Yep, that was the one that met me at K&M.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so a little bit of a hidden gem, which is actually where that McKenna came from, was K&M. So Shanna Joe says your whiskey looks super cool. Thank you. We've been blending it every episode, coming up with one.
Custom labeled by Ben's wife, Hannah.
Yep.
She did a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. We're debating about whether we're going to put a white label on it.
I think you just keep the black.
Keep the original black.
It is
it's the original.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do another one, do the white label.
Yeah. We do a second one for the next 20 episodes.
Do a white one for that.
But yeah, no, it's been fun.
I like the black label.
Tuttle, he'll have to come get it when he comes out for my 30th. We'll be drinking it here at the bar.
Yeah.
So yeah, Derek. No, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely having you out. Trying to pin down my wife on setting a date for it finally. Mm-hmm. And I think we're thinking July 22nd.
July 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't make it too late. I got 5 weddings this year.
Yeah, I know. You gotta.
They just keep rolling in. It's exciting. I'm happy for all my friends, but it makes for a busy summer.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So, no, I mean, I know we got, I think, a couple this year too. Not 5.
Yeah.
But they add up quick.
That's a good idea, Derek. We should get some of these printed off. People can put on their toolboxes or refrigerators and trucks.
Yep.
Slap them in the back window or something. I wouldn't mind. I want one for my
back window of your truck.
No, the refrigerator in the shed.
Oh, the shed fridge. Yep. Yeah, it's a nice black one to go in the fridge.
Yeah, it'd go good. A nice black one with the white fridge.
Yep. And we'll have to start printing them out.
Oh yeah. I know Platt would take one.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's kind of a cool idea. I do like that idea. Maybe we'll add a little bit extra McKenna, but Hannah says we should take one shot glass from the old Infinity and pour it into the new Infinity bottle. So the Infinity keeps rolling.
So you have an ultimate Infinity?
So it's an ultimate actual Infinity bottle. I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of juice from the original batch.
Yeah.
Goes into it. Yeah, we could do that.
Good idea.
Barb from K&M tuning in from the shop, probably.
Yeah.
Or she's recovering. She had surgery. So
hope you're doing all right, Barb.
Yep. Best wishes.
If you're tuning in, I'm assuming you're doing good.
Yep. Absolutely. So yeah, and then Barb, that McKenna tonight, what we're drinking is a K&M special.
Mm-hmm.
I think last time I was in there, they had some still in the case. So, and you noticed something really cool about it when it was barreled. When that barrel was barreled on that McKenna. It was
the 11/11/11.
Yeah, November 11th, 2011 was when that bottle was barreled.
Yeah, kind of a cool date.
Yep. Yeah. So, but no, comments just flying. It must be everybody wants this Infinity bottle. Craig comments in. Yeah, a lot of people. My wife. Well, we gotta try to keep up with all these comments. Jeez. Yeah. Shannon likes the idea of the original Infinity going into it.
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony says we doing any shoots soon. Well, we started leagues.
Yep.
A couple weeks ago now. So
I missed the first couple, but
mm-hmm.
I went this week.
Right.
Didn't shoot too bad.
No, I think you're currently sitting in third place on the average.
I didn't shoot too bad for the first time picking my bow up since bow season.
Yeah. No, it wasn't bad at all. I shot pretty good. Last week I shot kind of rough. The week before that, but yeah, sometimes just had bad weeks. We got stretched out that week a little bit. I think we were shooting 29 yards and 22 or something like that. But no, it's nothing coming up for shoots. I know they got a couple. We were talking about it at leagues. They have the one at the state fairgrounds at the outdoor show, which I don't know if I'll be able to make it to or not, if I'll be consulting or whatever. And then they do one at Turning Stone, that kind of Vegas style shoot that Jake shot last year.
Yeah, they got the sportsman one there.
Yep.
Up at the New York State Sportsman up there at the fairgrounds.
Yep, the Sportsman's Expo with runnings. Yeah, so that one will be pretty good.
That was pretty cool. They got pop-ups and moving stuff going on.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah, absolutely. So, good problem to have where we got to keep scrolling back up through the comments. Valerie says she's here for the infinity bottle. Sign me up.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers
on. Thank you, Valerie, for tuning in. Tom Jeckon tuned in from Hunting Lease Network. Thanks for tuning in, Tom. Dave said Barb's the best. Thanks for taking good care of me. Yeah, K&M takes care of everybody.
I know my family, my dad, my mom, and my grandfather have been frequenting K&M forever.
Yep.
They go do their grocery shopping at Wegmans and pop over to K&M and get their stuff.
So this is my first time having that McKenna 10-year, and like you said, man, it's
good.
That's a damn good pour. Like, I want to do that one with the other Heaven Hills, the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, which came from K&M, and then the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, which also came from K&M.
K&M's got it going on.
But those three Heaven Hill ones, those three bonded varieties from Heaven Hill, they're so similar, and they're just great pours. But yeah, and the other thing that's cool about that is that's a single barrel. So that came out of one barrel. There's not a mix of barrels like we're infinitying ours out, but that's from a single barrel, which is really cool. And I think for like $55, it's a great buy for a single barrel. I mean, you don't get a single barrel, bottled and bond for that.
It's good for sure.
Let's see here. Craig says Veterans Day bottle. Thumbs up. Yeah. Anything you guys have seen from ATA that really caught your attention? I didn't watch a whole lot of the ATA, show stuff so much from people's posts and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been busy consulting and then, leagues. I mean, it's tough doing this 2-3 nights a week.
Yeah.
Of different stuff.
So ATA, what's that?
That's the Archery Trade Association. That's for industry people only. So, like,
Mike.
Yeah, if Mike wanted to go, I'm sure he could get a pass.
Where's that located?
Indianapolis? Or no, I don't know if it was in Indiana or Louisville, Kentucky. I can't remember where it was this year. See, I'm so far behind on the ATA stuff, I'm not sure. Never been a huge, because again, like I said, it's kind of close to the public. You got to be in the industry to get a ticket in for it. So, but yeah, nothing that I've been, seeing a whole lot of. I'm getting to the point, man, where if it ain't broke, I'm not gonna try to fix it.
Right. I mean, I'm kind of there too. The one thing I did notice, and I'm sure it was probably at the ATAs and not 100% sure, but was the new style sticks. They actually got like a string that you actually do, like it's almost like you're tying up your boat. You do that X pattern on them, but it's just a string that you just throw around the tree and you do like a little X pattern and you lock the string and it locks the thing. It's real
for your
quick.
climbing sticks?
Yeah, I saw that. It was real quick. It looked solid.
Yep.
They look like pretty decent sticks. I mean, if you're a guy that likes to go mobile or anything like that, I mean, I thought that was probably the best design that I've seen.
Yeah, and that'd be quiet, no buckles.
No buckles, there's no jingling, no banging. It's just about the size of a shoestring that you can just wrap around it, and there's two of them. You just quickly do a little loop, latch them on, set it, and go.
Yeah, I've heard of people about, making their own with paracord for that. But with having
I've heard a lot of paracord.
Yeah, so with that string custom, for the steps and stuff like that. Yeah, no, definitely saves a lot of weight. Cuts down on all that stuff too. So, I definitely see. And we got such good materials now for that kind of stuff that we didn't have, 15, 20 years ago. Technology's come so far, for sure. Russ Jacobs tuning in. Russ, he was messaging me. He's like, "Is that all I got to do to get a chance at the bottles coming in?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So Mark commented in. He shot a great buck this year. I think he ended up coming back 5.5 years old.
Oh, nice.
Another one of my clients. He shot one.
That's awesome.
So yeah, big congrats to Mark. He was on the. Which, speaking of that, we got to send our teeth in for our bucks to get aged. Yep. But he was featured on the deer age post. They posted
I haven't scrolled through lately. I don't know if they posted many modern or recent ones.
Yeah, they posted yours from last year.
Well, yeah, finally. One of them.
Yeah. But, Mark, you're signed up for the battle, absolutely, and congrats again on your buck. That was a heck of a buck. Dave
says the ATA was in Indy this year.
Gotcha.
Thanks for that, Dave.
Yep. Appreciate it. Derek said, "Let me know ASAP so I can get plane tickets for my party. Ben, I'll have to send you the pic of the dead moose I pulled off the train tracks right next to my house. Was able to salvage about 75 pounds. Holy smokes. Wow. That's salvage weight meat. After getting hit by a train. That's nuts. Huh. It's a different world out there, man.
Yeah.
Different world out there. And Idaho. Sorry.
That's what I meant.
But yeah, so other than that, man, I don't know. I'm thankful for everybody that tunes in and asks about the show, everything like that. Everybody, man, lets us do this and have conversation with everybody rather than just talking to a screen for 30 minutes.
Yep.
Or an hour, or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be I don't know. We'll see how everything goes, like we were saying. But
yeah, we might push it back to
the off season and everything. I mean, it might, as summer rolls around, things might slow down a little bit.
But yeah.
Definitely going to be keeping everyone informed of when we'll definitely be on.
Yep. Yeah, and we got plenty. My wife was actually talking to me about it the other night. She thinks I got 100 bottles here. I got to count them. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, probably.
I might.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I might. We jumped into it pretty hard. I jumped into it pretty hard, rather. But no. Yeah, it's been good. And then for the hoodie side of things, because everybody's been asking about them, most of the brown sizes are sold out. We're sold out of brown smalls, brown larges, brown double X's. But we got green in every size. Oh, and we sold completely out of our 3XL. Those went quick. Those went within the first day.
Really?
Those people that wanted those, a little bit bigger sizes.
So what do we got left?
We got double XL green. We got XL green and brown.
Okay, so we do have XL brown.
Yep. And then large green. And then medium green and medium brown. And then we still have small greens for like kids and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, other than that, we're just selling out, and I don't know, I sold another 3 today. So they're going quick.
Yeah, they seem to be a pretty good product to keep moving.
Oh, Mike's got to get in on the infinity bottle.
Mike, darling. Coming in on the infinity bottle. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
Thanks for tuning in. Mike is that's Crafty Mike. He runs Crafty Ales and Lagers here in Phelps. Runs his own brewery.
Yep.
A place I used to frequent a lot, but then life caught up to me, and I Had to start being a little more of a good boy. But yeah, it's a great place to stop. And if you have any interest in some craft beer or anything like that, give Mike a little plug here. Swinging to Crafty Ales and Phelps and
just
good,
off Route 96.
Good people, good company, great beer. They got a good selection, a variety of different styles.
Yep. Yeah, we pop in there and get our crowlers from time to time.
Yep. I've been switching because it's easier for me to drink my beer at home now, so I just buy them by the keg and put them in the on my kegerator.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely. What's on tap right now?
I got Mike's raspberry cream ale.
Yep.
On tap in the shop.
Yeah, that's one of my go-to favorites for there.
It's a good one. That one, the Flippa.
Mm-hmm.
The Finger Lakes IPA.
Tangerine wheat.
Tangerine wheat we seem to get a lot of.
In the summertime especially.
A lot of our friends seem to like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't like his regular cream ale.
Yeah, I think I've had that in the shop once.
Yep. Yep. So you don't miss.
No, you pretty much try anything at Mike's and it's good.
Yep. Yeah, they do flights, the tastings. I mean, they do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mug Club. If you want to get in on the Mug Club, I think they still do that.
Yep. Yep. The Mug Club.
Yeah. But
get a little more in your pour, and then Mike, if you are a part of the Mug Club, he gives you little perks. You have first choice at any new beers coming out, and he'll let you come in the Tuesday prior to him releasing them, and he does give away little gifts to the Mug Club members. I think last year I got it. Was it last year or the year before? Mike gave us all lawn chairs with the Crafty emblem on them.
I don't know. I've never been on the Mug Club.
It's pretty cool.
Too busy drinking my whiskey. I can only spread the money so far.
I hear you.
But I still pop in there from time to time, and my wife loves Crafty. It's usually she's on the board sending somebody a drink or getting one returned to her or something like that. So, but yeah. Deb Frey commented in. Hello. Mike said 2 years ago must be
2 years ago I got the lawn chair.
So
I think he did jerseys last year.
Why not? I don't know.
I got in late to the Mug Club. I don't think I got a jersey.
Yeah. Missed the pre-order form.
Yeah, I got in late on it.
But yeah, thanks Deb for tuning in. Appreciate it. So, but yeah, let's get down to the nuts and bolts on it. So next week.
I'm excited about this one next week.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got Andy coming on next week. He says he's got an ice fishing trip, so we might have to push it back one more week, tentatively, but depends on when he's getting back in town.
Right.
So again, he's going up to try to catch some walleye through the ice, and I can't blame him there.
I don't know.
No. So, but no, I really looking forward to Andy. I mean, he's got some great tips and stuff that we learned from him just this year alone. So I can't wait to see what else, he brings to the table, and again, have him down here to start adding to the next infinity bottle.
Yeah, and then like we said in prior episodes, his family has been processing deer forever. Processed my family's deer for
all the way back to your grandfather.
Yeah, as long as I've been alive.
Yeah, back when Dan's father probably was doing it, way back. Way back. Chris comments in, have you found any sheds? I haven't found any fresh drops this year, so been kind of snowy. I mean, we've got a lot of that sticky kind of stuff that sticks to the trees, makes them hard to find in the snow.
Makes for beautiful scenery, though.
Oh my gosh, picturesque postcards.
I love driving down the road when it's like that, and all the snow's sticking to the side of the trees, and you're like in a tunnel where it's just trees on either side of the road.
Yeah, it was like that pretty much my whole way to, my property visit on Monday. And then walking the property, it was like that. It was really pretty. But, no, I know I got some bucks. I was actually looking at some trail cam pics before Nick came over. We got a pretty decent list of survivors.
Really?
I'm kind of not necessarily surprised because I figured that a couple of them would make it through, but had a couple surprise bucks.
I know you were a little worried because quite a few of them got taken.
Oh, yeah.
This past season.
Me, my dad, and the neighbors, we put a hurting on the age class this past year.
So that's good.
But, again, I mean, you can't really knock it. I mean, we killed, 5, 6 bucks, 4.5 or older this year. in the neighborhood. Actually, it depends on how far you want to extend the neighborhood. I know, a couple surrounding blocks, they killed some real nice bucks too. So the age class is getting up there. I think this next year it's gonna take a little hit. There's not gonna be as many of them. We might have a few, but not like it was this year. We were pretty thick with them, but.
It seemed like you had, you were talking like you had a good 2.5-year-old crop.
Yeah, really good amount of 3-year-olds next year. It looks like.
Or prospects.
So, yep, yeah, the up and comers, the Phelps bar bucks. A couple of them didn't make it.
Happens.
Smokey didn't make it. He got taken in the late gun season.
Does Mike know that you named a deer after his?
I don't know if Mike does know. So, Mike, I have a Crafty buck. Which Crafty survived.
Crafty is a survivor, and Ben will be hunting him this coming deer season. But
I don't know if I'm torn on Crafty.
And then you also named a deer after Mike's best customer, Don.
Don from the wine bar. Dono.
Did Dono make it?
Dono made it.
Dono and Crafty are still.
Dono made it. Crafty made it. Clipper.
Oh God.
That deer wanted to die.
He looks like he just walked out of a Clipper.
Yeah. If anybody's local to the Phelps scene, he definitely does look like he walked right out of the Clipper, goofy rack and all that stuff. And he was aggressive, dude. I mean, I had a lot of opportunities at that deer this year. Got a lot of good looks at him. I don't know. I don't know if he's 2 or 3. He's a really big bodied 2-year-old if he's not a 3-year-old.
Is Crafty box?
I think Crafty's a 3.
Crafty's a 3. So
you're
talking about Dono. Sorry.
Dono's a definite 3. I almost shot him with my wife before I killed St. Patrick because he came out on the far side of West Side along that edge, along by the
Him and your wife?
Yeah, she was sitting next to me in the blind.
Well, you were with your wife.
Yeah,
you said you almost shot him and your wife.
No. No.
Jesus, what are you doing out there?
No, Dono, he came out, and I could see it was a good body, and I could see his rack from across the field. And I put the scope on him, and that's when I figured it was Dono. So he got a couple passes. Opening day, I grunted him right into the bottom of the tree. And I almost shot him with my pistol, and I'm glad I didn't. I ended up getting St. Patrick. But yeah, no, we got a couple. Like I said, Smokey, I think, was the only one from the Phelps bars that didn't make it. And he almost made it. He made it into the muzzleloader season.
Yeah. He was a nice looking buck.
Real wide, pretty heavy. I mean, I think he still probably would have dressed in the 170s. He still was pretty good body size. Yeah. So congrats to my neighbor for tagging him.
Yeah, he's a nice buck.
Real nice buck. Absolutely.
It's like anything though. I mean, whether it was like me this year, or you see your neighbor shoot one, or see anybody shoot, you're like, you always kind of have a little wonder, like, what would he have looked like next year?
Yep.
There's always that, or you shoot one that's got a couple little nubs here and a nub there. It's like,
Yeah, speaking of that,
but you'll never know.
I had a stranger, which there's always a couple of these. I mean, you know me, ones that I only get 1 or 2 pictures of. Everybody kind of gets that. But even, with as many cameras I run, there's a couple bucks that have kind of still been missing, which they might show up, they might not. But then I found 3. I went and pulled a couple cards that had been soaking since September. And I had 3 100% new bucks, 2 and 3-year-olds.
They always slide in.
Again, after we started killing a couple of them, these other bucks started.
I mean, if you actually if you have the majority or a really good food source on your property, and you take a couple bucks or anything like that off your property, I mean, the surrounding deer are gonna move into that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of curious with and the other thing that we talked about this year is the Three Stooges going down. Well, 2 of them.
2 of them went down.
Yeah, Larry and Moe.
Yeah. So Curly's
left, and Curly survived.
Curly.
And it's amazing that Curly is
healthy too.
Oh, he's super healthy. Big, plump, round guy. But he's always been a real subordinate buck. But I think because he's going to be top age class next year, might not be so timid now that all these other big 4 and 5-year-olds are gone.
Curly knew what he was doing, just biding his time.
Yep.
Biding his time.
Yep, not fighting.
Now he's big dog.
Yep. Yeah. So he's a real nice looking 8-pointer. And I'm looking forward to, maybe we'll find his sheds. I found both of his sheds last year. And we'll see. Maybe we can find him this year. Yeah, you found the one. We didn't even know he was alive.
Yeah, I think I found Curly's. It was the first shed you found last year. We found last year.
Yeah, when we were walking. Yep. Yeah. Yep. You found that when he threw it down the hill at me. Like, yeah, pretty good one. Throws it down the hill. I'm like, I didn't know this deer was alive. Perfect. And yeah, I didn't see him on the hoof this year, but he's a really good looking buck.
Maybe he'll roam a little more of your property this year, seeing he's going to be the big dog. It always sounds like he kind of like hangs out in like a corner and he kind of lives off.
Yeah, lives on the edge of it.
Lives on the edge, but you always catch him coming in a little bit here and a little bit there, but he's never always there.
Yeah, so now let's start putting together the pieces. I found a lot of his pictures from this year. And I actually looked back at some data already, and he slotted right into that 1 year rule we talk about, dude. Especially late season. If I don't get a crack at him early on, late November into December, he slots into a specific different spot of the farm every year. Crazy.
Your board's getting pretty thin over there.
Well, we erased a few names off of it. So, yeah, we got to tool it back up and get the 1 year rule flowing back out on it again.
We keeping up everyone's name here?
I think so. I got
anybody?
So we had Mike. Mike's got to get on there. Oh, thanks, Nate. Don't let me forget Mike Darling. Can't forget him. Mike might not even know he's trying to win a bottle tonight, or maybe he does. We got Tyler, Deb.
Oh, I'm sure he's seen it.
Russ, Chris.
Posted it and advertised it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's seen it.
Yep, and then Dave, Barb. Yep. Derek, Russ, Mark. Yeah, we're all good on comments and anything like that. And if we didn't say your name or give you a shout out, get after us. We're trying to keep up on it, but we got 30 comments in already so far tonight. So trying to keep up with it best we can.
Yeah, maybe do a quick run through of the list, make sure that everyone's name's on there.
Yeah. So anybody that's in right now that maybe hasn't,
you don't hear your name, well,
yeah. And if you want to get in to enter to win the Infinity Bottle, we're giving that away tonight. So all you got to do is comment in the comments, let us know what you think of the show.
Hey.
Say hey, what maybe something you want to ask a question on, like Chris asked about the sheds. I think it's a little early still, but anything like that, just join the conversation that we're having. So far, entries on the Infinity Bottle is Mike, Plapp, Shanna, Chris, David, Derek, Barb, Craig, Anthony, Valerie, Tom, Russ, Mark, Deb, Tyler, and Mike Darling. So I think that's
then Russ, you only get
one entry.
One ticket in the hat.
So
it was a good thought though.
I like the
way you're thinking.
Yep. Yeah.
Optimizing your chances.
Just drop a dot in.
That's what I'm
get
all
a million
about.
entries. So unfortunately, multiple comments doesn't get you more, but it engages more in the conversation and keeps it going with it. So, and we always like to help out and answer the questions people want to know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tom, we're drawing tonight. We're gonna probably draw. What do we think? 8:30. We'll draw
right around the hour mark. We're at a half hour right now. It's about a half hour. We're gonna draw it.
Yep, we're gonna draw it live. We're gonna do the random number generator right on my phone, and the order you commented in is the order we're gonna number it off. We're gonna count it off and see who wins the Infinity Bottle. So yeah, we'll do it tonight, and we'll get in contact with the winner. So
you wanna do the number generator?
I don't
the
know.
old school, like just cutting the names out.
Okay, we could do that too. Names in the hat.
How
Deck of cards. I don't know. Jenny is Darling's here too.
Mike is looking for that bottle.
Of course, Mike would drink it, but
you put Jenny in there.
I'll tell you what. I didn't know Mike was into whiskey and stuff like that. He might have to come down on the podcast.
Yeah.
Come down and join us and talk craft beer a little bit with it.
Maybe we can sit down at Crafty's and do a live podcast.
Yeah.
Interact with some of the locals down there and have a few crafty brews.
Do a live stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Jenny, how you doing? Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Absolutely. But you were wondering, topic for tonight being, maybe harvesting a deer that's, again, this is going to sound bad, but not during season. I know a lot of people in our area get nuisance permits.
A lot of the bigger farms, depending on your area.
Yep.
And did you get Nick?
Yep, I got Nick's.
But yeah, I was kind of curious about. I've never had an opportunity to use a nuisance tag. I do know some people that do have access to them. And some of them, I guess, take advantage of it. I guess some of them don't. I know some of them, they'll go out, they'll take whatever, does. I think nuisance permits are does only, aren't they?
I believe so.
But like again, I'm not fully, I guess, in tune with the whole thing. But it was something that I was a little curious about with the nuisance permits. I know some of the guys, they donate the meat, or it's a
food bank.
But I was also told heard from multiple old timers that I guess the more you get into the summer, that the venison is just not good.
Just a different kind of quality meat.
I guess it turns a lot more gamier.
Huh.
And I was told by them that if you're gonna eat the deer, yourself, they said wait to use them until after the strawberries are ripe, is what I was told.
Well, that's pretty specific.
That's what I thought, but I don't know if anybody else has got any input on that. I'm really not 100% on it. But.
Yeah, the only deer that we got, same thing like you said, people donate them and stuff like that. We got one from an orchard that had nuisance permits. I've never had one that I know of, I guess, that was taken during, let's just say, like a September, season, or August for crop damage or something like that. The one that I had was an orchard damage, so that was a wintertime. But I guess it makes sense. But again, like we're going to talk about more with Andy, a lot of that's in how you prep it, maybe.
Where it wasn't definitely how that definitely have an effect on it.
Yeah, it wasn't, and maybe that's factored into more of the gaminess and stuff like that. With the heat and maybe not wouldn't say spoiled, but just a little bit of that funky taste you might get with the meat that got a little bit too warm.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's like anything. I mean, you have one person prep it one way, and then another person preps it another. I mean, depending on the person, they're probably get more.
Yeah.
Or how the game was processed, or how long they let it hang. I know that's varies between hunters a lot. I mean, some people let them hang if they can for a week.
Yeah, but I think if you harvested the deer fairly quickly, again, I don't know. I've never had the opportunity to go on a nuisance hunt. I didn't even go out for the September season because it was so darn hot. They didn't have a place that I could put them in a cooler.
No.
The past couple of years. So,
which I'm thinking that might be in the works for the shed. Think about just getting some of that foam board. Like, even if we get one like early bow, not saying I would still hunt the September season, but
right.
I mean, once my son gets a little older, I think it'd be a good opportunity to maybe tag him along, to just kind of experience the whole thing.
Yeah, get him out in the woods when he's younger.
But I was thinking about that is actually making just get some of that 2-inch thick foam board, a couple boards. It's only got to be like an 8x8 space.
Yep.
And then you can just hook an air conditioner, like a window air conditioner up. Plug that thing in and just insulate around it, and you can hang your deer in there.
Yep.
Skin it, as long as you keep it, bacteria starts growing around 50 degrees.
Yeah, if you can get it cooled right down in there, and even if you got it quartered out, and then you can put it in the freezer and then pull it out and cube it later, or clean it up.
If you have a big enough chest freezer and you have that space,
Yeah. So, maybe we'll get into doing more of that. So, who knows? Maybe we'll put the strawberry. When do the strawberries usually ripen? Is that August?
I should know this because my grandfather grows them, but
I don't pick them. We don't have them
I
here.
don't pick them either.
Yeah. My wife would know. She goes to her grandmother every year and picks strawberries.
Hannah, when are strawberries ripe? I'm sure someone in here knows.
Yeah.
What time of year?
Yeah. Like I said, it's not usually during deer season, so it's not one that I'm usually looking for as a crop.
No, I think they're more of like a summer thing.
Yeah.
Late summer.
Nick Grammatical comments in, says, "Hey Ben, how's it going?" That's Barb's son.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hannah says June.
June. Wow, yeah, that's going to be a little bit early.
That's
September
early.
season.
Yeah, that's early.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be, I don't know when we'd be taking any deer in June, unless it was like maybe a car head or something like that. But
Yeah. I don't know, just something I've heard my whole life, and I don't know if it's like a joke, like the old guys were saying, or if it was an actual thing. I don't know.
I don't know either. Interesting. Never heard that. When the strawberries ripen, it gets gamey. That makes sense. It warms right up. So, Derek says you got to get the hide off and on ice fast. We get calls all the time about deer or elk that have been hit by cars or whatever. We have to go collect them and try to take care of them as quick as possible. We then take them to the food bank. This is for work, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's good. I mean, unfortunately, in New York State, they just kind of leave them on the side of the road.
Yeah.
They don't send anybody out there to pick them up, or if they do, they're turned into soup.
Yeah, critters got to eat, too.
Yeah, critters got to eat. Yeah, absolutely. But no, that's good that they, Idaho's got a fish and game department that like literally sends out employees and takes it to the food bank for the people that need it.
There's so many deer hits. I mean, that meat probably could be salvaged.
At least a hind quarter or the straps.
The state could actually, hire a few people to go out and actually, collect them in a decent amount of time and actually donate the meat to food banks or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you'll know as soon as I've processed a couple road hits, and stuff like that, ones that we've hit over the years. And there's a lot of it where as soon as you peel the hide, you can tell what's good and what's not.
It depends on where you hit them.
Yeah, it depends on where and how you hit them.
I did it once. I'm not too fond of it.
Yeah, like I said, as soon as you peel them, you know if it's going to be worth your time or not.
Yeah, they can get pretty raunchy quick.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of trauma that goes on. You think trauma goes on with a weapon, hit it with a 2,000 pound vehicle or pickup truck or whatever. Different altogether.
Yeah.
But
yeah, actually, speaking of deer hits, I finally got my truck back from the deer I hit in November.
Brand new.
Got
the whole driver's side.
Got it back Saturday. It's got the inside of my truck. It smells like just paint fumes.
Yeah.
I almost catch a little contact high wherever I go now.
Yep. Yeah, you were saying that, just getting lightheaded in there almost.
It was pretty intense. The first couple days, I was like, wow, I don't know if I should bring Owen in this thing.
Yep. Yeah, maybe take the wife's car to take them to and from the in-laws.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Derek says most of them are absolutely wrecked, but you get what you can. Absolutely. There's only been one that me and my dad hit that one time. No meat loss at all. Her head hit the headlight, killed her instantly. Wasn't any meat waste at all. I mean, Tim Davis comments in, says, "Hey guys, Tim's entered in on the Infinity bottle."
Thanks for tuning in, Tim.
Absolutely. But, yeah, I don't know. I know Tim works on a farm. I don't know if they get any nuisance permits that early on in June and July and stuff like that, or if they, when they take them.
I know Andy, the farm he hunts, the guy that's the processor's coming on next week, or possibly the following week, depending on the schedule. But I know he gets nuisance permits, or the farm does that he hunts.
Yep.
I might be able to tap back into that a little more with him.
Yeah, and see what his thoughts are on it.
Yeah.
But,
from what I gathered, it doesn't sound like he really goes out there and does much with it, just because he gets his deer during the season. Even.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, if anybody does know, anything related to the, shooting deer in the spring or summer on, nuisance permits or, crop damage permits or something like that, and how that might affect the taste of the meat, quality of the meat, anything like that. I mean, they are coming out of winter, stress time, fat reserves are low too, even though you're not really eating deer fat, but,
yeah, me personally, I try and trim as much of the deer fat off as I can.
Yeah, it doesn't work in too well with flavor profiles.
I think that's where you get a lot of your gaminess is in the deer fat.
that silver skin, all that stuff. Yeah.
Deer fat. You get most of that trimmed off. You get a pretty tasty lean cut.
Yeah, real nice product. Absolutely. But speaking of that, I got it in my cart right now. I just got to order it. My high temp cheese for my summer sausage.
Well, there you go.
Thinking pepper jack.
Pepper jack. Hell yeah.
Can't
go wrong with pepper jack.
Thinking pepper jack in with the sticks. I mean, I froze 3 pounds of that last batch of summer sausage. So, but I'm gonna put the high temp cheese in this go around, and
I think that'll. I think you got the consistency down now.
Yep.
You added the right
Flavor's
amount of water, the right amount of moisture in it. The flavor's good. That cheese, I think, will send it right where it needs to be.
I don't know if I want to mess around and put peppers in it too or not. Still kind of up in the air on that. I think maybe just the pepper jack cheese will give it that little bit of not bite, but just that little extra little.
I got some hot red peppers actually from a guy at work, and I dehydrated them and made my own crushed red pepper. So if you wanted to maybe try one
Little
with
flake.
I put them in the grinder after dehydrating and made them into the crushed red pepper flakes.
Yep.
I have my own version of it, my own style of it.
Yep.
Homemade or whatever, homegrown, however you want to put it. But you're welcome to some of that if you wanted to try it. Add a little spice to one.
Yeah, like the last stick of the batch or something like that, and just mark it and
See how it turns out.
Yep.
Add that little extra to it.
Yeah, definitely try that. But I think it's recommended 1 to 10 cheese to meat ratio. I think is what they say for the recipe.
Now, would you cube it? Would you?
It's pre-cut cubes.
Pre-cut cubes you throw in there?
It's pre-cut cubes for like sticks and summer sausage and stuff like that. So, yeah. I mean, the block's probably cheaper, but I mean, all I do is measure out my weight that I need for my batch of meat and throw it in and be done with it.
So you just eliminate the cubing process.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's already cubed up. Yeah. The cubes go, and that's the thing I don't got to worry about either. The cubes will go nice through my stuffer gun. Put it in the casings and stuff like that too. So I think that's the way to go. Like I said, I think now that I got the consistency better and tweaked the recipe that was with the seasoning.
Definitely improved a lot from last year. Your flavor was there last year, but
dry.
It was dry. The consistency needed to be better. And then this year it seems like you got the consistency and the flavors there. Now I think, that cheese.
That's that little last little piece maybe. And then maybe a red pepper flake. Who knows? That might be the next one. Yeah. So, yeah, Tim says right there too. We do the nuisance permits here. Everyone says they have a really gamey taste when it starts getting warmer out.
Yeah, so when the strawberries ripen,
too gamey.
I guess the deer get too gamey.
Yeah.
I think that's what the old timers were telling me.
Yeah.
Huh. As long as you get them before then, you're good.
Well, thanks, Tim. Thanks for letting us know, man.
That right there kind of explains it all.
Yeah, that's goes right hand in hand with what we were thinking on it. But yeah, no. Other than that, I mean, shed hunting. I mean, I think we got.
You found one on a client's piece.
Oh yeah, we found one. Yeah, now that you say that.
We were doing a walkthrough and saw one.
Yep, we were doing. I was doing a follow-up.
One of the guys you were with picked one up.
Yep, yeah, we were doing a follow-up visit with a client. One of the guys that was out there with my client and me, he found a pretty nice sight off from an 8-pointer.
Mike, we'll catch you later, and we'll let you know if
if you win.
We'll message you if you win the bottle.
Yeah, we'll have to stop in with your infinity bottle.
Yeah,
so
we'll stop in.
But I like
stop in anyways.
Yeah, we'll stop in anyways, even if Mike doesn't win.
Yeah,
we'll drink his sorrows away for not winning. But
thanks for tuning in, Mike.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I mean there was one. There's some, and I've had pictures of shed bucks, but like we were talking about the Phelps bar bucks or whatever. Dono, he still had both sides the day we pulled cameras. So it's January, it's early. We really don't see a majority, and when I say majority, I would say like 90% of the bucks in our neighborhood don't drop until like February going into that first week of March. Mm-hmm. You're going to have early droppers. It happens every year, but
and each animal's different. I mean, we've talked about this earlier episodes is, stress on the deer.
Yep.
I'm sure genetics have something to do with it.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that come into play on when a deer will drop his antlers. I think stress, injury, food resources that they have available. I think all of that has a big play into it. Because, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, their antlers, if they're holding them, I mean, they got to be getting the nutrition to support them. If they can't support them, then they're going to drop.
Yeah, they're going to be stressed out and drop them down.
Drop them down so they don't have to feed that part of their anatomy.
Right. Yeah, I mean, antlers, like we say, antlers and fawns end up being secondary. Number one priority is the body health of the animal. The body health of the buck or body health of the doe, and they're going to, shed early on their antlers, or they're going to, terminate the pregnancy if it's a doe that's stressed out and having a rough go at it in the winter. She's not going to carry that fawn to term. Her body's going to have her survive first. So, always got to remember that. Body comes first before antlers. So, when you see deer that don't make a big jump, it might be that he just had a really tough winter or went into the winter hard.
Yeah.
It's tough to say, and it's some of the things that we look at year to year with some of the bucks is, maybe he didn't put on a lot, but then it's like, oh yeah, well, we had a really rough winter that year. He didn't look good going into the, the off season kind of stuff. So.
And I also believe produce bigger antlers. He's not using that energy that he needs to breed and all of that.
Yeah,
but if you have your ratios way off and they're, they gotta compete for food, compete for breeding, and all of that, you're putting that much more stress on that deer's body, and he's not going to produce, what he could antler size wise, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree with that. But yeah, I think it's early. Again, like we talked about, I think it was last episode that you were on. We talked about, you might stumble on one if you're out there, loosening up the straps on your stands or pulling cards or getting your cameras out of the woods or something like that, and you stumble on one yet. But we're not doing our full-on walks just because you could turn around and the shed will be there the next day. Mm-hmm. That happened with double wide last year. We did that habitat project in March. I walked that whole area, that whole overgrown area. Justin came in and did that Fecon machine and mulched all that down where I killed St. Patrick this year. It worked out perfect like we planned. But 2 days after, I went back in there to take a video of what he did, and there was double wide shed laying right there where they had just done that work. Mm-hmm. So, and I already started walking some ground that year.
That his shed dropped there because, deer curious. He was probably there checking out all the work that you guys were doing that night. Yeah. He was in there scoping it all out. What the hell are they doing? And they just happened to fall off.
Grabbing some fresh browse.
Yeah.
Yep, everything like that. But, and the dad killed him only, probably 300-400 yards from where I found his shed.
Yeah, just across the clock.
Yep, pretty much.
Side,
yep.
If I'm thinking of it right.
Yep, the other end.
Yeah.
Yep, up where Liza shot hers.
South end.
Yep. But, Tim says stopped getting the permits because the game tastes being strong. That's a good, good thing too. If you're, not going to utilize the animal, there's no reason to
kill it.
Yep.
I know they can. You can have enough of them. They can't do a number on your crops if you're a farmer. So.
Absolutely. So, let's see here. What do we got for time? 8:24.
Anybody else tuning in on the YouTube side?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just checking over on the YouTube. We'll see. It looks like we got a little bit of
Derek.
Freeze frame. Derek's over.
Derek's our YouTube champion.
He loves the YouTube. And a lot of people...
I got to say, I like the YouTube platform better than the Facebook one when I'm watching things.
Yeah. I think so,
it's
too.
more user-friendly. I think everything flows better. But
yeah.
More people, it's easier to use Facebook.
Yep. And it's right there. It comes up on your... your news feed or whatever, but yeah, I do like the YouTube, and a lot of people say that they go back and they watch the episodes on YouTube at work or something like that. They tune in because they got
stuff going on. You can't do that, right?
Facebook, once it's live, it's live. You could go back, but it can be tricky sometimes to find like an old episode. But all of our episodes, episode 1 through 20 are on the YouTube channel.
Yep.
And I'm working on going back through and, getting specific titles up for stuff that we concentrated on, like specific topics. That way it's not just like episode 5, like if it's something that you wanted to really, kind of hear us out on. That's what we did. Actually, yeah, that's one thing we should probably check is the bullhorn. You gotta scroll down on it. I think we're short on the bullhorn too. Chat, nope. No active chats, no nothing. It must be the Harveys aren't around. There are bullhorn ones. And then Ming, or whatever her name was from China, she never tuned back in.
I think the picture quality actually comes up a lot better on the bullhorn also.
Yeah, the bullhorn is like, because that's the main, that's like the mainstream. And then from bullhorn, it shoots out to YouTube and to Facebook. So, right now we're watching it real time on the bullhorn. It looks great. I think it looks kind of frozen on the YouTube and the Facebook.
Yeah.
But don't hand me my phone. Derek said he sent me a message.
Probably the moose.
Was it the moose?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Ooh. Nope, not a moose. Not a moose. Not a moose. Derek said, found this day after Christmas.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's a solid shot. I know it's going to be very, very hard to see this. But that's a nice shot. And it looks like it's got like fresh chew marks on it too, almost.
Oh, there's chew marks, or it's a tine busted out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Whitetail shad. Derek says it's frozen on YouTube.
Yeah, we're frozen on YouTube.
We're all frozen. I hope the audio is at least coming through.
Yeah, we had this issue. It seems to do that.
Yeah, it can. I don't know. I think it's a matter of my internet not being the greatest. I might need to figure out how to hardwire it in, or, I don't know if my wife's up on, using the internet to tune in and watch. That might be part of it. More devices. I don't know. But, I want to make sure that we're, live and good for when we announce this bottle. So if anybody's tuning in right now.
We're good on the bullhorn.
Yeah, bullhorn's fine. But I think we look a little frozen on
Facebook
side.
It's coming through.
Yeah, audio's there. It's just there, so. It looks pretty frozen.
Yeah, they don't care about looking at us anyway.
Yeah, we're nothing to look at. But so yes, anybody that's tuned in right now that hasn't got a comment in to enter to win the Infinity bottle, even with the screen froze, it's right over to the right side of the screen. Yeah, it's not going to matter if we pick it up or not. Nobody's going to see it.
I was going to see it.
But the Infinity bottle is every -1. The only one that didn't go in there was the rare breed private stock one. But we did an extra shot of the rare breed regular to go into it.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep. Dave says we're frozen, but it's good. Yeah, it's probably something with my internet. As long as the audio's there, it's all good. You're going back to that McKenna.
Wow, the wife can't see me pouring a second one here.
Shh.
Oh, she heard that?
But, no, that McKenna's good, dude. I'll take another one. I'm big on those Heaven Hill ones. We got a whole shelf here for a reason. Yeah, that's solid. But yeah, so I don't know. We got like maybe 20 people right now. But it's like a real podcast now, Derek says. Maybe we just don't do any more videos with it, just the audio.
Yeah.
It's a real podcast.
I mean, I don't think it really, I don't know if it matters or not.
Yeah.
I think most people just listen to it anyways.
But Derek said that was a whitetail shed. That looked like a pretty slamming shed there in the snow.
Derek, did you hear what we were talking about? That one spot in between the G2
and 3.
G3. Is that a broken tine, or is that
like a chew mark?
Chew mark? Is that just a chunk of ice laying on there?
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be sweet if that was a broken tine. Kicking off the side like
nice
that.
Kicker.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. No, actually, Derek was with me when we found that big 170 at the farm way back.
I seen you posted a picture of him.
Yep.
Holding it.
Yep. Yeah, that was when we found it. We were out squirrel hunting actually when we found that. So yeah, that was a heck of a find that we weren't expecting. And Derek said, yeah, it was busted.
Gnarly.
So I'd be the guy to go after next year.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I'd be all over that buck for sure. Well, I don't know. How do we do this? for, numbers on a piece of paper. We just start like numbering a piece of paper and throw the numbers in a hat, and
you can do your number generator. I was just throwing an idea out there. How do you want to do it?
I mean, I don't know what's everybody's thoughts that's still tuned in right now. I mean, do we just assign everybody as they commented in a number and just hit the random number generator? Do you want us to actually pick numbers out of a hat? And there's my mom. My mom comments in.
Yeah, love you too, Terry. Thank you.
Yeah, love you, Mom. Thank you.
It's always nice when a little love goes around.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know if my mom would drink it. She might actually. I mean, that's a pretty easy going.
She's making her drop in for Brian.
Probably. Dad's like, I got to get in on this. They said they're giving it away at 8:30. Nick says random number generator would be the fastest. So that's a good point. Absolutely, it'd definitely be the fastest. So I wonder how many people we got here.
What was it, 8:30? There's probably some people hanging in there probably wanting to go to bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're at 19
so
entries.
1 through 19.
1 through 19.
Then we'll count it down from top to bottom how we wrote it.
Or do we do something a little bit different? For the people that tuned in early, this is just a thought. We do a random number generator 1 through 100. And then if it hits like 56, we count through the list until we hit that number. You know what I mean?
I think you just do 1 through 19.
1 through 19.
1 through
Make
19,
it simple.
Whoever hits it.
Yep. Number everyone and use that for the number generator. So Nate has the list and everybody's in order.
If you guys want to know your numbers, I can read them off to you.
Yep.
So we got Mike Viana with number 1, Clapp with number 2, Shannon with number 3, 4 is Chris, 5 is David, 6 is, what is that? Oh, Derek.
Derek,
sorry,
total.
I looked like a P. I was like, what? Derek. Number 7 is Barb. Number 8 is Craig. 9, Anthony. 10, Valerie. 11, Tom. 12, Russell's Jacobs. 13, Mark. 14, Deborah. 15, Tyler. 16, Mike. 17, Nick. 18, Tim. And 19 is Terry Williams.
Yep. So last call. This is the last call for a comment to get in here for the drawing. And the random number generator right on Google.
Yeah, do the
minimum of 1, maximum of 19.
You gonna hit it?
I'm gonna, like I said, last call on the comment line.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. So I think we do a cheers for anybody at home listening. Me and Nate are drinking the McKenna 10-year tonight. Cheers, everyone.
Like
and random number generator in 3, 2, 1, generate. Lucky 13.
13. So that'd be 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Mark
Rasmussen.
Mark Rasmussen.
As he says, cheers.
Cheers. Mark, you won it.
Mark won the infinity bottle.
Congratulations.
Number 13 goes to Mark. So great buck. Andy wins himself. Mark says, that's me.
It's me. Hey.
But no, like I said, we'll definitely we'll pull 1 ounce off the bottle, put the McKenna in, seal it up, be good to go. And then the next ounce will go in the new bottle for the next infinity.
Derek says, congrats, Mark. He's on the YouTube side.
Yep, absolutely. So that's all right. Derek's coming out for my birthday because he hears that we're going to open some of the bottles up here that I've been waiting to open. Hopefully I can wait long enough to get to my birthday. We'll see. But yeah, absolutely. So this is definitely, I mean, something super unique. I've never had a whiskey, and that's kind of the cool thing about these infinities is you don't have another one like it. I mean, you can make it. We can give you the mix if you want to make your own.
Yeah, Ben's got the whole mix here. If you want, you could probably post it on our page if anybody who didn't win it actually wanted to go out and get all these bottles.
Yeah, we'll do a cool picture on the Facebook page of every one of the bottles that went into it on the bar with the Infinity bottle in front of it. I think that'd be cool.
Just give them a list.
Yeah, so
And if anybody wanted to,
yeah, if you want to make it, we'll do a post on it. But
I think you just do the post anyways.
Yep.
You can look it up.
Yep. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there. There's some turkey in
You're gonna
there.
have to spend some money, but
Yeah, there's
20 different bottles in there.
the MSRP to get one bottle of Infinity would be up there quite a bit. So yeah, Mark, thank you. You're welcome. Absolutely. And thank you guys for all tuning in. But
I think that
about does it. I mean, we really just wanted to hit the Infinity tonight and have kind of
a little bit, have a drink.
Yep, kind of a hangout kind of party.
Yeah, I think we had a couple cool topics tonight.
Yep,
I think it went well.
And stay tuned. We'll try to, maybe if it's not, like I said, this coming week, it'll be the week following. Depends on when Andy's, trip is or whatever for his walleye when he gets back.
Mm-hmm.
Touch base with him and try to hammer out a hard date. And if it's not next week, it'll be the week following for that. So I think that'll be a really cool show. And I think that hitting them right around this 1 hour mark is about perfect.
Yeah, get done around 8:30.
Yep, get home to the kid.
During deer season, we run it a little longer because we're
all
out there.
Amped up.
We're out there doing it.
All amped up and good to go with it. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and supporting us, everything like that. Really means a lot, and we'll definitely be continuing these through the off season and keep going with it. And starting the new Infinity bottle tonight with the first one coming out of the first Infinity, and we'll go from there with it. And I think we're still frozen on both Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, we are. Whatever. But thanks everyone tonight. Cheers to everybody. And we'll catch you all next time down here. And thanks. Pretty much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
All right, everyone. Take care.